Let's examine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going live a little early. Tory Lanez been found fucking guilty. Tory Lanez has been found to be guilty on all 3 counts. I don't know how the hell they got to that, but they got to it. And it seems they did it rather quickly. I'm tipping my hats off to you, sir. If anybody else thinks otherwise, and the fact that there is hands down a motherfucking there's an attack on men, especially black men. I don't give a damn what you say. There was nothing in that court case that came out to prove that that man was guilty. There is nothing in that court case. You have multiple people coming out saying the shooter was Kelsey. You have Kelsey needing immunity and refusing to answer questions. You have Meg the Stallion on stand giving a whole totally different story than everyone else. And y'all happen to find this man guilty. You cannot tell me that you prove by reasonable doubt that this man shot that woman. You had no forensic evidence. You had no witness testimony. The one witness that said that he even touched a weapon was removing it from Kelsey and erratically shooting it in the air. This is a travesty. This is a goddamn tragedy. I feel sorry for Tory Lanez right now. This is absolutely crazy. Never in a million years would I would have thought that they would have got a guilty plea out of this shit. Holy. I'm gonna go ahead and we doing it all today. Let me turn on these phone lines. I'm turning on the phones. I need to know what the people think. I done did polls. I done did everything. Not a single solitary person came here and said that they felt this man was guilty in any way possible, period, at all. And then all of a sudden, the jury comes back today, and they did it unanimously. Whoo-wee. Let's not do that one. Everybody and their mama's going crazy right now. This is all over the internet. Tory Lanez found guilty. How is that possible? 602-736-6660. If you think Tory did it, go ahead and call in. Let's hear it. Where did they get this evidence? Where did they get this so-called proof? How do you feel like a man did that when you had zero proof? There was no proof in this entire case to prove that this man did anything. We're going to talk about it. Y'all know we got Friday Night Live tonight, and on Friday Night Live, we going to talk about it for goddamn sure. How in the hell did they come up with this? I'm trying to figure it out myself. academics is trying to figure it out. We all trying to figure it out. Good Lord Almighty, good Lord Almighty. Where's my sound?
And reacted in an insane way. But yeah, I do think that. I think that he got out of the car and shot at her.
And this is where, like, some of the, some of these details might elude you because, I'm not too sure how closely you've been paying attention to it. Go back to Meg Thee Stallion's Gayle King interview. She said she did not put hands on anybody that night, which would have meant that she did not physically put hands on Kelsey or Tory.
Phone lines are open. You can call in. If you feel Tory did this, hit us up. If you don't think he did, again, hit us up. Let's talk about it right now. I got a little bit of time right now. I got time right now. I cannot believe they found this nigga guilty. Nothing. None of the evidence whatsoever anywhere said this man was guilty. 602-736-6660. Call in. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
If I'm going only with the narrative that you're saying, bro, you don't know anyone. If I told you right now, if we're all chilling.
Well, I mean, I can address the witness take at least. I can't speak on the hairstylist's testimony, but as far as the witness goes, the reason why the witness testimony was not exactly the best testimony is not because it made Megan Thee Stallion's case look worse, but because he originally gave inconsistent testimony when the investigation was being conducted. The witness originally said that he actually woke up to gunshots, which is significantly more believable, I would say, than, just being aware of an altercation happening outside and like being awake and watching it. So that is the reason why that testimony was inconclusive and pretty much unusable. You could say that is, you could say that is enough for reasonable doubt, but unfortunately, Unfortunately for people who believe in Tory's side, the jury didn't see it that way because, like I said, he said he woke up the gun.
This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Tory Lanez found guilty.
On all counts, Tory did not react. He stood motionless, staring forward the entire time.
Everybody is shocked.
Make sure that what everybody was
the world is shocked right now.
They went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. Every single person said guilty. Tory was taken into custody, remanded into custody. No bond at this time. Sentencing is set for January 27th. At the end of the proceeding, his father stood up, had an outburst in court. The sheriffs had to remove him. He eventually left on his own volition. He was not arrested. Another gentleman took out his phone, recorded the outburst. That gentleman is currently in front of the judge right now. The judge is, I guess, going to charge him perhaps with violating the rules of the court. Guilty on all 3 counts. Tory Lanez will be sentenced on January 27th. He has been remanded and taken into custody by the Los Angeles sheriff. Verdict is in, guilty on all counts.
Okay, look at this. Read this. This is interesting. How, after presenting evidence and the jury making a decision based on the information they were given and the instruction given by the judge for deliberation, that the jury outcome is not respected because of people's views one way or the other about Megan, Tory, and Kelsey. The witness stated he saw both Kelsey and Tory with a gun, but it was the same gun and he wrestled it from her. It happens that Kelsey had immunity, so does that mean that Tory should not be held accountable for any role he may have played in the situation, considering he was charged on 3 separate accounts related to the situation? If not found guilty on all 3, should he not have received consequences on at least one charge for that role? Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, he can appeal. This is fucking BS. White woman on the jury said, I don't care what the evidence shows, lock him up. I would like to see that actually came out. Wrongly convicted. How the fuck did this happen after all the conflicting testimonies? I swear the jury just wanted to be home for Christmas. They could have still been home for Christmas and given a not guilty. Nothing about this entire situation, if you ask me, actually makes sense. I'm looking at actual testimony. I'm looking at what came out. I'm looking at what was said. everything that has been pulled. Here we go. You are live on the air.
Bruh, everybody got to stay woke, man. The government got something else in place. Y'all watching this Tory shit. We know that's bullshit.
We know it's
Y'all can't
bullshit.
watch this shit. Y'all got to watch what the world's doing.
Hey, this is
The world is
crazy.
doing. The government about to do something else, though.
What you think they finna do?
And they taking our attention. I don't know, but they taking our attention off of what they're doing and putting it on this bogus ass case that everybody's watching.
Well, the crazy part is this is probably one of the biggest things that could possibly happen this year. I say that based off of the fact of what's going on right now. They're trying to break up the nuclear family. They are definitely doing everything that they can to portray the black man as enemy number one. And then this happens today in a clear-cut case of he didn't do it.
Yeah, we as black men, we always gonna be enemy number one, no matter what we do.
I can't believe this came about today. Nothing about this sits well. I don't care if you male or female. Nothing about this should sit well. This means that it don't matter who you are. You can go to court. You can actually get up there, tell bald-faced lies, and still win a court case, regardless of all the evidence.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But this hasn't the first time it's happened. It happened to those kids in that park in New York.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that always happens in the world, and people do time, unnecessary time, and then 20 years later, 30 years later, they get out because they didn't did an appeal or something.
At what point in time, Wack just text right now, when are they going to protect black men? I'm going to agree with him. At what point in time do we protect the black man?
We're the most dangerous. That's why. Everything we do is better than everybody else. So they're not going to ever protect us.
This is crazy. So what do you think is coming after this? What are you predicting?
I don't know, but it's something to take the black community's eyes off of what they're doing. I'll tell you that.
Well, I don't think anybody's watching them right now anyway. There's been a lot of changes. There's some things that happened back on November 23rd that no one's talking about. So the U.S. actually created their own cryptocurrency. All the banks signed off on it. It really went into effect November 23rd, but at any point in time, the government can stop you from spending money any way you choose to, whether it's on your debit card, credit card, or anything. And that's not being talked about.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. As black people, we talk about this shit, which should still be talked about. I'm not saying it shouldn't be talked about, but we talk about this, but we don't talk about shit that's really affecting us and really controlling us. You know what I'm saying? All that COVID and all that, how they test that virus in Africa, everywhere else before letting it hit, so they can control the world for a little bit. So all population control, everything is being controlled a lot.
Oh well, part two.
But they know that we gone.
Part two of that's about to hit. They China about to shut down again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's coming back.
They controlling it and how they want to move it. And this when everybody start getting comfortable thinking that it's over, right about the same time, 2 years later, look it. That's just how they go. And it's always around re-election time too.
Yeah, this is wild. This is wild.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you get back to it. This your boy So Cold. I'm out.
All right, sir. I'll holler at you later.
All right.
Tia, come on. You already know. I'm here. This is crazy as I'll get a how do you come up with a guilty plea? Let's see what these niggas are saying.
You shouldn't bring up her sexual dealings and her sexual past shouldn't be admissible to court. But then it's like, meanwhile, we're saying, oh, why is he sleeping with two women? It's like, how is it that we not telling her she's the one that's the friend? We always tell men like, hey, if you're with if you're with a woman and she sleeps with somebody else, like, don't be mad at the dude, be mad at the woman. The same could apply here. It's like,
They talking about her past. I don't really care about her sexual history. I don't care about what she did. What I care about is the truth. At what point in time is the truth gonna come out? At what point in time? Well, fuck it. 602-736-6660. I want public reactions. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Do y'all think that Tory Lanez was guilty? Yes or no? Do you think that Tory Lanez was guilty? Yes or no? He has been found guilty. The phone lines is open. 602-736-6660. They have found this man guilty on all charges. Never would I thought this was going to happen. Never. No way in hell. It makes no sense. How it's even possible. I'm going to stay on here for about an hour or two. Not what I was expecting today. None of this was expected today. Definitely not expected today. This was, I was waiting for them to come with the verdict. And I said, if they come with a not guilty, there's definitely something going on. The fact that they was able to do that, man, this looks like a straight up railroad. This looks like a straight railroad. I done seen a lot of cases, been involved in some of my own, but this one right here, I done seen a lot of niggas get railroaded and thrown in prison. This one right here is the wildest. I have never seen a court case as blatant as this one, and it actually went the distance, and they still found this man guilty. Let's see what Ack is raving about.
Well, it's a criminal thing because gunshots were fired, and Kelsey at the time also corroborated Megan Thee Stallion's testimony, saying that it was Tory Lanez who shot Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. So remember, that's a very important piece of the puzzle that we're completely forgetting to cover here. No, it's not like the criminal.
You're filibustering right now. I'm just talking in general. It doesn't matter. Like, granted, gunshots or not. I'm asking you, male and female. A male is accused of doing something to a woman, right? By the way, I think it's different the opposite way around. Currently, if a woman is accused of doing something to a dude, and especially if it's not proven yet, there's no punitive action, especially by the industry that she's in and the DSPs that she rely on and the entities that surround her career that's going to say, fuck you, we are blackballing you until,
are there examples of this? I can't speak of this. I feel like maybe you have some examples of this, but I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Blueface and Kershaw Rock? Like, we've seen her basically give him 2 black eyes. You know what I mean? Broken nose.
What career does Kershaw Rock have? Let's be real. Like, Blueface is absolutely a victim of domestic abuse. It's not like, who the fuck is rocking with her though?
All of the blogs.
Everybody.
Hold on. All of the blogs, the shade this and third. She has a very poppin' reality show on Zeus. Hold on. She has a very poppin' reality show on Zeus Network.
It's crazy.
That basically just hypes up and showcases her beating up her
There's nothing a man can say or do right now where he gonna win.
I think that's fucked up. Don't misunderstand me. Right. But in that circumstance, she is the perpetrator, and the fact
we can't win right. We can't win for losing.
Any sort of criminal consequences sent her way is most likely yet another instance of, like, police in general, one, not giving a fuck about black people in general, and two, also on top of that, notoriously being bad at dealing with domestic abuse cases.
And by the way, like, you've definitely...
But I have no idea what the fuck the Zeus... I don't know what the fuck the Zeus network is, or the blogosphere that you're talking about.
Hold on.
All I know is that for
what about Johnny Depp? What about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? What about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
I mean, that was litigated and Johnny Depp won the court case. What do you mean?
But what about until he won it? That's the only thing. In hip hop, Tory Lanez was a black sheep. Listen, I'm telling you now, I have no problem if people want to just completely boycott him. It has been litigated in a court of law, and a jury has made their decision. What I'm saying is that allegations, and I'm still trying to ask you the question: if a situation between a man and a woman, doesn't matter which man and which woman, happens, right?
Chris said this is bullshit. Hold on. Let me do this right.
If there's an allegation that
Chris said this is bullshit outcome if I've ever seen one in my life. And where is her foot x-rays since she got shot in both feet and was twerking on stage the next day at a show? She said she had nerve damage. The doctor was on the stand and said there was no nerve damage. She was on stage the next night for a show twerking. The very next night, she was on stage twerking. How is that possible with nerve damage and you saying that you could not walk and you were going to physical therapy for a whole year, but you can't even prove that? There's a whole lot of lies that came out in this particular case. Everything that was proven in this case was proven that she lied. 602-736-6660. Call in. We want to hear from you. This shit just got real. This shit just got real. Good Lord, goddamn, I can't believe we going through this today. If you are tuning in right now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Tory Lanez did it? 602-736-6660. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even going to lie. This is crazy. Oldest says this shit weak as fuck. Hell yeah, it's weak. Ain't nobody in hell gonna sit here and tell me that they would have came out with a guilty plea on this. There is no way. Now, I understand a lot of people see, this is why I got out the music industry. There's a lot of crooked bullshit in it. Rock Nation was all up inside that courtroom for what reason? See, y'all don't understand that Rock Nation was initially trying to sign Tory. Tory chose not to go with Rock Nation. That's where Tory and Meg met at. There are some other underlying circumstances here. Underlying circumstances here. Meg has done nothing but benefit from this entire situation. She has done nothing but benefit from this entire situation. I'll be the first person to say I sympathize and empathize with the fact that, yes, she was shot. But did Tory do it? I can 100%, based off of all of the evidence, say, fuck no. As a matter of fact,
I can say, fuck no, this nigga ain't doing it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Chris came up and said she had nerve damage in both feet or one foot, with no bullet fragments in either of her feet, and the doctor himself said there was no nerve damage. Exactly. How can you prove anything otherwise? How can you come with a guilty plea when the victim itself is lying dead to your face? This is one of the worst cases I have ever seen in my entire life, where they came with a verdict that makes absolutely no sense. You came with a verdict that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. You cannot sit here and tell me that you yourself will come with a guilty. 602-736-6660. We want to hear from you over here at No Cap Reacts. Tory Lanez has been found guilty. Guilty on all three charges on top of that. How do you find him guilty on all three charges? It's not his vehicle. The gun did not have any of his prints or DNA on it. How do you prove it is his gun? He initially got in the vehicle in the back seat. The gun was in the front. Kelsey and Meg got into an all-out brawl. And what it sounds like is Meg got drunk through the mud, but she was also intoxicated as hell. Kelsey was not. Meg was not wearing shoes. She wasn't wearing shoes when she left the pool. It has been proven she was kicked out of the house. She left on her own recognizance, and she came back to get Tory. Boy, boy, boy. This is a goddamn bombshell from hell. One viewer already called in, said there's something else about to happen government-wise. I don't see how anything else could happen at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think. 602-736-6660. The phone lines is wide open. Woo, this is crazy right now. This is crazy. The attack on black men is in full effect. I don't care what you say. They're breaking up the nuclear family. They getting rid of men. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now. Hold up.
You want to know exactly how I'm feeling? Yes, sir. I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. Yes. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel.
Tory
I got
Lanez
some
father.
names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
Oh,
You
shit.
who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Capp and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They met
They
on
met
Saturday.
with our
Saturday
witness.
night.
And then the man came back,
He can't
and I
remember.
sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country.
Yes.
And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we have come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I
first
know
time.
that this is wickedness.
This is Tory Lanez's father.
District Attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, This court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Let me talk to you.
Yes.
Because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs.
Telling y'all, it's
in
all
this
Rock
country,
Nation.
And you rolled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal.
This is crazy.
All of you, trust me. I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
They all have children.
Enough
They all
said.
have children.
It's all
Let's see.
done. Let's go.
Open way,
Yeah, that's
open way,
crazy.
open way,
That's
guys.
crazy. So that is what Tory's father said, which goes right hand in hand with what I said. All right, so Chris said, and the gun residue was found on her friend Kelsey, not Tory. So he just came out the house shooting at Meg because he said her music sucked, make it make sense. So that was Sunstar. That is Tory's father. Even he called out Rock Nation. A lot of this has to do with Rock Nation and their very strong political pull because he chose not to sign with Rock Nation 3 years ago. 602-736-6660. Go ahead and give us a call. I know Fresh and Fit's coming on right now. And I'm waiting to hear what Myron gonna have to say about this. This is finna be crazy.
Watchers, you don't watch channel. So go sub to that channel, guys. 1 million on the way. Let's go on that one. And then as well, my vlog channel, check it out.
They're not there
we're gonna do
yet.
a live stream tonight with Mia Khalifa.
But definitely go ahead and give us a call. 602-736-6660. Every single person, every outlet is coming out about this. Everyone is talking about this. Tory Lanez, Daystar, has been found guilty on all 3 counts with 0 evidence against him. 0 evidence against him, and they found this man guilty. I am shocked at this point. The world is shocked at this point. There was nothing in this court case. As a matter of fact, he should have been found not guilty, and they should have been charging Kelsey. Chris says, Rock Nation behind this shit. Yeah, I remember when he said he didn't want to sign with Jay-Z. Look, I deal with a lot of people in the music industry even till this day. I stay away from the Rock. This right here, right now, happens to be something.
Drip too hard.
Woo-wee. Everybody going crazy right now. Everybody is going crazy right now. All right, let's see. Come on, Myron.
Kelsey is Megan Thee Stallion's best friend / assistant. They've known each other since college. And then during the trial, a whole bunch of different things went down. I went into detail on this on Fed 1811. So I'm sure if you're tuning into this stream, you more than likely know the general facts and circumstances surrounding this case. But let's see here. Let me. So we should be getting a Discord call here soon.
And the whole point here is that, like, the evidence does not show in any form or fashion that Tory did it indefinitely. It's like, okay, now there's a air of like a mystery because we don't know for a fact that he did it. However, the jury declared that he was guilty. And it's like, bro,
Are you getting a call, Chris?
No?
You should be getting a notification.
Yeah, this is crazy though, because like, bro, I mean, dude, we knew from all the evidence in the court, people testifying, bro, no one knew for a fact that Tory did it. However, I don't know what's happening. If Rock Nation pulled some strings, if they paid off the jury, who knows what happened? But bro, like, they declared that he was guilty. And to me, that's bullcrap, bro. We can talk about more academics here as well, but it's just wild, bro.
You're gonna see like a little notification, Chris, and then that's when you'll know that they're calling in right now.
And she lied so many times on the TV, bro.
Yeah.
On TV, on her live stream, so many times it's like, bro, like it's so much cap in there, and then they believe, bro. That's wild, bro. Believe all women is crap, bro.
The main thing you guys got to
literally that is profoundly important.
There we go.
Right now,
and she lied so many times on the TV,
literally
bro. On TV, on her live stream,
a criminal
so many times it's
investigation.
like, bro, like it's so much cap in there, and then they believe, bro. That's wild, bro. Believe all women is crap, bro.
All right, there we go.
Literally,
I had to get off YouTube because YouTube will strike me.
That's her
But if I'm on
account
Rumble,
that literally played a significant role in launching a criminal investigation.
Is that?
But again, are
It
we
is.
arguing what we think happened, or we're arguing what should be proven in court? If someone says I lied, like, okay, you can play the statement all you want, but I lied. I'm telling you the truth now. Is that person credible? Yes or no?
not credible.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay, you're going off what Kelsey said in September, but she literally showed up. And said, I lied. I lied. She's saying I lied then, and I'm under oath now, and I lied. So I told you, I'm telling you, I lied then. What's up? Are you gonna say, okay, we're gonna just ignore the fact you're telling us you're lying, and we're
I
gonna?
don't think she never said she lied. By the way,
Meg is signed to Rock Nation.
She lied on her testimony.
Meg signed to Rock Nation shortly after Daystar told him no.
Remember, which is inconsistent for sure because
She is officially with Rock Nation.
offering, evidence to launch this criminal investigation, but I don't think she ever said I lied. She just said I can't recall.
Yo, Myron's here. We just joined in. Are you guys talking about Meg the Stallion right now? Or are you guys talking about Kelsey in particular? We literally just joined.
We're talking about Kelsey's statement.
Okay.
He's using the one from September. I'm using the fact that she got on the stand and said, "Fuck that. I did not tell the truth."
Yeah.
She never. Wait. Oh, no.
Rock Nation was in the stands the entire trial, Chris.
Because this is pretty important.
If you ain't doing shit, get your ass over here, nigga. Come have your ass a seat on the couch.
That's crazy.
Camera 2 is ready for you. Bring your ass over here, nigga.
These are the facts.
You right up the street.
Okay, no. Before you say these are the facts, I want you to actually show me the facts. And not Milagro Grams, who has been proven time and time again that she was,
Okay, Mo Gagnat, who was there in person, who watched it, who is a lawyer himself, he literally said she took the stand. First thing she did was take the Fifth Amendment. You cannot take the Fifth Amendment unless you might be criminally culpable for a crime. Then they said, listen, we'll give you immunity if you testify. Keep in mind that
no, you can still you can plead the Fifth regardless.
No,
Like
you
you can
cannot.
just refuse to testify.
Hassan, I hate to say this to you, bro, but I used to investigate criminal activity. I used to be a former federal
No,
agent.
I
this
know
for a
you're
fact.
a fed. I know.
So
I've seen.
I
I've
used to
seen
be.
you talking
So
about
I'm
it.
telling you, you cannot take the Fifth Amendment, okay, unless you're criminally culpable. That is why Gunna is not protected if they call him to testify.
Yep.
He has
Wait,
to
what?
testify.
No, you can definitely say I plead the Fifth. It doesn't matter if you're like criminally culpable or not. You can still refuse to testify.
You actually cannot.
Because you are compelled to testify, right? If you don't have a Fifth Amendment privilege.
No, it's a right. You can just say that you are pleading the Fifth.
That is not how it
regardless of
works.
whether
And
it's
you are
because you're
arguing with
incriminating
an
yourself or not.
ex-FBI
You
agent.
can only take the Fifth if you might incriminate yourself. You cannot take the Fifth in any other circumstance. You are compelled to testify.
No, you can still. No, you definitely still can in any circumstance plead the Fifth. It doesn't matter what the truth is.
What?
Hassan, I
So
hate
you
to
can
say
just
this, bro,
randomly
but
plead
that,
the Fifth.
I thought you were
No,
smarter
you can
than
plead
this.
the Fifth, even if you're not. That doesn't.
Hey, if you're here,
immediately mean that you are
602-736-6660, let me know what y'all think. Tory Lanez found
What
guilty.
you guys are trying to do right now, but that's not the case.
But she's not the one
I know
on
that,
trial.
like in colloquial, in like the in normie speak, we always assume when you plead the Fifth, oh, that means they're guilty, like they're incriminating themselves. That's what we say, but that's not the case. You can plead the Fifth even if you are not actually incriminating yourself. That's kind of the point of being able to plead the Fifth.
Okay, then you know what?
And,
Let's
and
use
not
your
having
logic,
it be
Hassan.
used against you as evidence.
Let's use your logic then, Hassan. If that was the case, why did her lawyer fight tooth and nail to get her immunity?
Ooh. There we go.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Case
I have
closed.
no
Exactly.
idea.
Exactly. Bro, just take the L. Hey, yo, just take the
This
L.
is the 14th of December. So this is Tory Lanez and Megan trial day 3. Kelsey takes a stand. She admits to lying to prosecutors about Everything she told him in
No,
September.
you're reading No Jumper right now, who literally, by your accounts, got DJ Academics. They got they jumped the gun and literally posted about the verdict coming in before the verdict had actually come in. You can't just use their one-sided assessment of the events that took place. You originally went to Megan Cuniff. I'm watching your stream right now. You couldn't find the actual thing that you wanted out of her, so you went to find the No Jumper tweet. If you give me Megan Cuniff's actual court reporting, then we can have a conversation.
I got it.
It's like you citing yourself. Come on.
Hassan, you're missing the point here that Kelsey, right, changed her story. She went in and did an interview with actually the prosecutors, not even law enforcement, which is another big red flag. But she went ahead and did an interview in September.
Say that. What's the red flag?
The red flag is she did an interview with the prosecutors with no law enforcement there, which is a huge red flag because prosecutors are not supposed to be direct witnesses in witness testimony when you're doing a criminal investigation. There's supposed to be an investigator there. And the reason why there wasn't an investigator there is because the lead detective, Stogner, right? He has some issues.
No, you can definitely have prosecutors directly question witnesses.
No,
Wait, what?
You need an investigator there. They can't be the only witnesses because they're the ones prosecuting the case. It's a conflict of interest. You need a sworn law enforcement officer there conducting and leading the interview. Prosecutors can be present.
Prosecutors are literally law enforcement officers, pretty much functionally. So I don't know
who is this
you're
dude
making it seem like they're operating on different teams here.
Yes, they do work together. However, you need an agent, a detective, some type of police presence there to do the investigation and to do the interviews, bro. And that's a big red flag.
Can I just address something really quickly?
Go ahead.
I love chat being like, no black voices. Hassan didn't want a black voice in that circumstance. Bro, No Jumper, Adam 22's operation. We're calling that a black voices now? Really? Halo Boom? Is that what you're saying in the chat? Dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
Well, anyway,
meme rapper.
The point I'm trying to make is there's problems with Kelsey's
meme rapper,
situation.
Okay, sorry, go on.
There's problems with Kelsey's situation because number one, she was interviewed by prosecutors only. There wasn't an investigator there, which is a problem. And
Tory Lanez found guilty.
What's your story up?
Tory Lanez found guilty. 602-736-6660. Do you think you did it? Yeah or nay? Call in. Let your voice be heard. Let's go.
They tried to get immunity where she'd be covered all the way, but they were only able to get use immunity. Because obviously to get transactional immunity, which would be her protected all the way.
That's what I'm saying. Myron knows his shit because he used to be a Fed and this dumbass is fucking arguing with him like he knows better. He ain't never been involved in a court case. Myron been there hundreds of times.
That's when she felt comfortable to go ahead and testify after that, pretty much. So if she wasn't culpable, why would she fight so hard? Why would her defense attorney fight so hard to get her use immunity, bro? And you can only take the fifth.
This is Tory right now, sitting in LA County.
You can only take the fifth when you might.
Sorry, Tory. You gonna miss Christmas. It's gonna be your first Christmas in LA County, sir.
And other people, then you're compelled to testify. That is why cannot assert the Fifth Amendment privilege if they call him to testify in the White.
Shots fired. Myron on his ass.
And he cannot claim Fifth Amendment. He will have to testify. That is a part of his plea deal.
Call in. Do you think Tory did it? Yeah or nay?
Okay. So I can't speak on why she wanted to, why she no longer wanted to offer her testimony. Okay. She did get granted immunity. I'm pretty sure, not the full blown immunity. If she was like to go up on that stand and be like, I actually shot someone. I was the one who shot.
Well, if she did say that, she would be
then all of a sudden your case falls apart. Of course, the prosecutor's not going to fucking do that because someone could.
Don't forget, we still going. Friday Night Live is coming in tonight.
Like Kelsey.
Tonight is Friday Night Live.
Be like, you know what? Actually,
Freaky Friday, baby.
But guess what? You guys gave me the fucking immunity. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Well, she could have went on the stand and said that though, because they gave her use immunity, which means her testimony that was given in that circumstance could not be used against her. However, that does not mean that law enforcement can go interview other witnesses and build a case.
Inconsistencies. She could have very easily said, I am here to tell my truth. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And I was wrong originally. She didn't even say that.
Yeah, because she knew before she was lying. She got on the stand, bro, and said, I lied.
But you just explained that she got immunity from the original lie that she had told. If you're claiming that she originally lied.
This nigga ain't listening for shit.
And she didn't want to give testimony because
So
there's a
you're
good
you're
chance
admitting that she would not have been liable under.
It's about to be a crazy
perjury
Friday
in
night,
that
ladies and
regard
gentlemen.
because
Crazy
she had
Friday
gotten
night.
Immunity.
We got
to
a special
offer
guest tonight,
her
too.
True testimony in that circumstance.
P. Dot to
What I'm
God.
saying is that she could have been found. There's a bunch of things that they could have hit her with.
Tonight.
There's a bunch of charges she could have got hit with.
Like what?
Which is why,
Like,
which is
like shooting,
which is why she took the Fifth Amendment.
If you don't trust no jumper, I got my man. I think he writes L.A. Times. James Quealy. This is Kelsey on the stand. Our interview that they were trying to refresh her memory many times with. She says our interview was not 100% truthful.
Yeah.
Feel good?
Okay.
Does that make you feel good, brother? He literally said, "I'm not telling you." He said, "Whatever you're
She
saying,
admitted she
I did
lied
not tell
on the
truth."
stand.
She basically said it and referred to it, and
She
kept
admitted she
almost
lied on the
looking at her lawyer to
stand.
Say, "Hey, if I answer this, am I getting fucked up legally?" And they did many sidebars. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah, her interview not being 100% truthful, especially when there's additional circumstances involved in there, like whether or not I'm not familiar if she got asked the question about the $1 million that like
she did get asked
Tory
that
Lanez
question.
offered
she
them or something
it.
like that.
She did get asked.
But
She
there are
declined
plenty of additional instances in that interview. You are the one who's inferring the parts that you believe is not truthful from that interview, and she still absolutely ended up getting. Just read the rest of that. What's the rest of the quote?
We're not trusting no jumper, but we definitely trust the LA Times.
Yeah, of course I trust the LA Times, and I trust court reporters.
So let me read it.
You yourself admitted that no jumper got. So if no jumper got, and fucking literally
Tory Lanez.
Okay, forget no jumper.
Found
Harris
guilty.
says
Can you believe it? Yeah, nay.
And her mind isn't here right now. She also denied Lanez offered her hush money, which Megan alleged he did to the tune of $1 million. So she denied
the exact quote from her, by the way, wasn't an immediate denial. She literally said it wasn't exactly the way that was presented. I know what I'm talking about because I know what quote that was. The reason why we're bringing this up, by the way, is because she has postpartum depression now. She has a recent death in the family now. If anything, her evidence or her additional information that she's going to offer currently now and not back then is going to be less conclusive.
What about this one? Critically, she wouldn't confirm she saw Lanez with the gun, which she said in the recorded interview, or that Lanez threatened to shoot her. She won't confirm it in court. She's like,
she wouldn't
ask her.
Yeah, that doesn't. Wait, what do you mean? That doesn't mean anything. She already has.
That means everything. See, here's the problem. This is the fucking world we live in, where the truth, no one cares to listen to the truth.
On the stand and said, I can't recall anything. I have postpartum. I'm depressed. I can't recall anything is basically what she said. And then she pled the fifth. That doesn't mean that she fucking absolutely lied. That's the reason why they played the whole interview.
In a court of law, if any type of witness or victim can't recall their statements and can't even affirm to it, right? Keep in mind, she's now under oath. She already acted weird with the, hey, I needed like immunity of this and third. She can't co-sign the majority of what she said in a goddamn interview, right? You think that the jury should be like, okay, let's just believe her. Really? Come on, brother.
Well, first of all, the jury did believe her, ultimately. The jury believed Megan Thee Stallion, who also is a witness in this circumstance. The jury also believed what she said originally, which is important to address in this circumstance. And the jury, of course, did not take into consideration that she pled the fifth, especially because she had the opportunity, given an immunity, to go back and correct the record and refuse to do so while simultaneously admitting that currently, right now, in this very moment, was not likely to give a clear-cut version of the events, considering her postpartum depression and a recent death in the family. That's what I'm stating. That's the reason why the jury deliberated in the way that it did.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, but you're missing a point here, Hassan. See, here's the thing. Tory gets that Fifth Amendment privilege to not testify and not being used against him. Kelsey does not. Kelsey's a witness in the case. She's not the one on trial. So if Tory asserts,
I know, but you can still say some dumb shit or potentially think that you're incriminating yourself, or ultimately say,
please let me finish.
You have the right to plead the fifth.
Please let me finish.
You have the right to plead the fifth, regardless of whether or not you're actually incriminating yourself or not. You just have that right. That is a right that you have.
You're just rambling, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, Tory gets the privilege of them not being able to judge him for taking the fifth. Kelsey does not, because the Tory is the one that is accused. Okay? That is the reason why. So when Kelsey doesn't get that same Fifth Amendment privilege to that level as Tory, because he's the one that's actually being charged in a criminal case in a criminal court of law in the United States. So Kelsey doesn't get that, which is why she was like, I need immunity if I'm going to talk, because she is compelled to testify. That is why she asked for immunity in the first place.
Look,
go ahead.
You said that you have to be guilty to plead the fifth. That is not the case.
You don't have to be guilty.
Just for the record.
You have to be potentially liable, right, from a criminal standpoint to invoke the Fifth Amendment. Any statement that you may give can incriminate yourself.
May validly claim the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. If you are an innocent witness, you can still plead the fifth. That is precisely the reason why we look at pleading the fifth as a right that people have, and not as an indication that that person is somehow criminally liable, which is what you guys are doing right now. Okay?
You can only take the fifth.
The entire concept behind pleading the fifth would be null and void if we automatically assume that that person is fucking guilty every time they pled the fifth.
No. Pleading the fifth isn't an implication of guilt. However, if
you are making it seem as though it is.
No. Well, I mean, one could take it as that, but if you have zero conflict with what's being asked of you when you're either subpoenaed and you're on the stand, you got to answer. You can't just magically say I plead the fifth and then say the judge says to you or you and your attorney, hey, okay, let's figure out why you're pleading the fifth, and you're like, no, just because I want to. They're not going to just be like, okay, you got it. Like,
here, I'll tell you the Supreme Court decision that the justices made on this regard, because like people do plead the fifth sometimes when they're innocent, or they might be afraid, okay, of one reason or the other. It's normal. The criminal justice system is fucking ruthless, right? In the 2001 Supreme Court case, the justices noted that the right against self-incrimination provided by the Fifth Amendment in Ohio versus Reiner, the court case that I was telling you about earlier, okay, that the Fifth Amendment protects the innocent as well as the guilty. The court added that a witness may have a reasonable fear of prosecution and yet be innocent of any wrongdoing. The ruling noted that innocent people might be ensnared by ambiguous circumstances. So her right to plead the fifth in this circumstance was given to her and was protected by the Supreme Court, specifically for situations exactly like the one that she was entangled in, where she could have very easily been fearful. She could have very easily been fearful that she might be
fearful of prosecution. Now, granted,
but she committed crimes. That's because she committed crimes. She committed crimes.
No. But you're still doing that. But remember, you're still doing that. You're still claiming that she is guilty because she pled.
These are the kind of conversations that shows exactly how stupid people really are.
I'm not surprised that you think that. But anyway, let's go on. Let's move on.
You're saying she's fearful of prosecution, right? You're literally alluding to the fact that maybe something that she did or could say would be in some realm of maybe being able to either the DA could pick up a charge on, right? We're not saying she's guilty.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter though. It doesn't matter because what matters is what she felt in that moment. If she feels like she could be ensnared for any reason whatsoever, she has the constitutional right to be able to plead the fifth in that regard. That's it. And that's what she did. She exercised it.
Hassan, do you not see that she was the prosecution's star witness and that is problematic?
Problematic.
In opening statements,
I do feel like the star witness was probably the person who survived getting shot, but you know, she was a witness. Yes, she was one of the big witnesses.
Yeah,
in that
but
regard.
here's the thing: that's Meg. Meg is obviously the victim, so that's going to be a witness in itself. But I'm talking about the prosecution's star witness from a, how do I say this? From an unbiased standpoint, according to them, was Kelsey, and they talked about it in their opening statements. Kelsey's going to come in and weave everything together.
Yeah, when you get shot, you are a little biased. That's true. But, you know, you would probably be biased against the person who shot you. In this case, if you claim that it is Kelsey, then she should probably be biased towards her, right?
What? No, what I'm saying is that the prosecution in opening statements used Kelsey and said, Kelsey's going to come in here and weave together all our evidence. They were relying heavily upon what? A jail call, a text message, okay? And then also Kelsey's testimony. That's what they were weighing heavily on. And then for everything to make sense and come together, they needed Kelsey's testimony. So when she gets on the stand and takes the Fifth Amendment as the prosecution's main witness, mind you, that is problematic.
Well, she, like I said, originally did allow this entire thing to come together with her testimony. The text messages are also pretty damning too, like saying 911, Tory shot her, Tory shot Megan.
But that doesn't necessarily.
Why do you think she texted that, and then also gave corroborating evidence to that? And we're hyper focusing on like her pleading the Fifth, which is her constitutional right to do so for any reason. You know what I mean? Like she could just do that, which she did. She exercised that, but we just
This motherfucker really just don't listen.
She texted that. We don't think about why Tory apologized to every party involved.
So let's do this.
We're not looking at any of the.
We're gonna go ahead and mute that shit, cause Hassan is just talking just to be talking. All right, Tory Lanez found guilty, point blank. Period. 602-736-6660. If you got something to say, you want to be heard. Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's not guilty? Go ahead and call in. Let us know. Otherwise, I'm about to sign off. And y'all will see us back here at 9 o'clock for... freaking motherfucking Friday. And tonight, we got a special guest, P. Dot the God. And we got a conversation about enhancing your sex drive. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm your man, Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em. Dom the Monko. And God damn it, they got Tory Lanez out this bitch. This nigga gonna miss Christmas. Fuck. I'll see y'all at 9 o'clock. God damn it.